Alright, here we go. Welcome to another video. Today's my top triple deadlift day. And as you can see right there, it's 441. Those are the 53-pound plates in the middle. That's why it's 441 instead of 425. And it's crazy. Like, I did this without straps. That's crazy. I did it without straps. And last week, 420. Damn, I forget. 420 is 425. I did with straps, and I hated it. I wasn't proud of it at all. And it was super easy. And this one was, like, just as easy without straps. Like, I was shocked myself. It's crazy when you shock yourself. I don't know what was up with my grip last week, but this is my first and fourth set of 381, and yep, felt way heavier than 365. I'm saying that because I took off the 44-pound plates, which weigh 46, and I put the 53 pounds, and man, the inner ones are 53. And yeah, it's just the knurling was like so damn sharp. It was really easy, and like I'm getting better at pulling the slack out of the bar. The only thing is, like, pulling the slack out of the bar is a little tricky with those 100-pound plates because they're bigger. The hole's bigger in those. So depending on the other plate, it can, like, be too much slack being pulled out or not enough if you don't do it right. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not like comp plates that are perfectly measured, 2 inches. These are, like, a little bit bigger. Like, I know it's weird. It sucks. But, I don't know, maybe that helps, though, because meet day, it won't be as much slack. Even though last meet, I'd been using my 100-pound plates, but I still was able to pull the slack out just fine. Yeah, honestly, that's the only reason I'm taking long is, like, the knurling was horrible. But, like, these were fast, these deadlifts. Nothing to brag about, nothing heavy. It's 381. I'm getting faster off the floor. I know I'm not fast like everyone else is. I'm pretty slow compared to everyone, but it's the fastest I've ever been, and I used to be really slow off the floor. So for me, it's a huge improvement, big time. Little goals, we got to keep track of those because little goals turn into big goals. And looking at me 2 years ago, I would have never thought I'd ever be that fast off the floor. And stiff legs, I kept it same weight, and I love that it's same weight because it's really like teaching me better hook grip form because I'm still learning. Like, I haven't been doing it too long, but I do that with sumo, and it gets me ready for sumo because sumo is super heavy when I do hook grip, and RDLs and stiff legs aren't, and I'm getting better at it. This first one, I did not have chalk. Super slippery. See, like, I had to dry my hands. I didn't have chalk. Like, my hands were slippery, and it was just the chalk that was already on the bar, and I only did 4 reps. That's how slippery it was. It wasn't hard. Like, it didn't hurt. It was just, like, it almost slipped there. You can't tell, but I put chalk on the next 3 sets. This is the last one. And my hook grip got way better, and I'm glad. It's like, it doesn't hurt anymore. It hurt more over under, which is crazy because the knurling wasn't just stuck in the palm of my hands. So my thumbs feel better. Hopefully they do good on sumo when it matters this week. But yeah, it was a pretty good day. I felt good. I had a lot of energy. My back felt amazing for deadlifts. It was just good. I woke up feeling great. And now I'm going to talk about time management and how you can improve with that. With anything, it doesn't have to be powerlifting, but time management is huge, and I'm huge on time management. So here it goes. All right, this is the most intimate, up close camera angle I've ever done, whatever. So finished up, pull day only. Hamstring, like posterior chain only pull day today. Damn, that's crazy. I did 441 for 3. And it was really easy, and my grip was no problem. Last week, 420 was like, well, I think it was 425. Damn, whatever it was, 425 or 420. It was like warm-ups. It was like my calluses was just way too swollen, and it hurt to hold the bar in the knurling, which is super sharp and super swollen hands. It was just hard. It felt like a 29 millimeter bar. I didn't even want to try. But it seemed like it would have been too hard. But this week it was fine. I didn't feel it in the warm-ups, and I felt great, like amazing. Like, I woke up feeling good, and I just knew it was gonna be good from the beginning. Like, I hate to sound like one of those guys like, oh, if 135 moves good, then it's gonna be a good day. That's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, I know powerlifters say if 225 moves good, it's gonna be a good day. 315 moves good, it's good. Like, no. No, my warm-ups always suck. For me, that doesn't apply, and for a lot of people. Or a lot of times I have good warm-ups and it just doesn't go good working sets. So warm-ups were great, though. This was the exception. And 441 for 3 was, like, super easy. Like, I'm a little bummed out because I was projected. I know it's heavy, but I was projected to do 440 for 5. And I think I could have done it with the straps. I mean, nothing to be proud of. There's straps. And then for 3, I wanted 465, which maybe I could have done, because that was easy. Maybe it would have been really hard. I don't want it to be hard, that's the thing. It's way too early for anything to be hard. It wasn't hard, working sets weren't hard, so that's what I want. Nothing to be forced. No RP10s, no shaking, because my knees shake for anything. No ramping. I mean, I never do that anyway, hitching, ramping. So I wanted it to be steady, and it was. It doesn't matter what I could have done. It matters what I did, and it was easy. I didn't need straps. I'm so happy about that. So next week will be my singles, and I was gonna go straight into a 5-3-1 thing, another one, but I'm not gonna do that. So just kind of go RP based. I hate to have projections this early, and I had projections because I had high hopes of like what I wanted to do for this 5-3-1 thing, but not anymore. I'm just gonna go by feel. But based off of that, now that I've done it, 441 for 3, I should easily be able to do 45. Probably just 45 and that's it. Maybe just 480. Nothing crazy. It's not that heavy, but I mean, it's pretty close to my max. So this early is really heavy in my personal opinion. Doesn't feel like it though, thank God. Working sets, you could just see like the knurling just really, it was so sharp. It really hurt both of my hands, mainly my left one. That's all it really was. It was easy though. Hook grip was amazing for stiff legs. I love that I'm not going heavier. I'm just adding more reps. I did 19 reps. Oh, I already realized it after. I did a 4. It's supposed to be 4x5, but the first set I did 4. So the rest of those sets were 5. So it's 19 reps instead of 20. But hook grips got super easy. That was going to be hard because of the knurling. But it's not so much knurling, you know, with hook grip because you go on the non-knurling part. So I love that I'm keeping 275 for stiff legs and just adding volume, intensity, whatever. Probably just do 3x7 next week, same exact weight. So it is a lot of pulling. I'm doing RDLs and stiff legs, but it's, I mean, not today. RDLs is the next day, the next deadlift day, but it's nothing crazy. Like, it doesn't tax me at all. I don't feel dead at the end of the day. I don't feel dead right after. I don't feel dead during. I am gonna take one out after this 1 week, which is next week, my singles week. I'm gonna just leave one in there for that block. Still gonna focus on volume, endurance, but it'll be less for sure. Not as much as this one. This one was pretty crazy, and that's fine. There's no big deal. That's what I wanted. So I'm probably just gonna throw out RDLs. I'm gonna keep in stiff legs, and I'm just gonna throw out high bar front squats. Leave high bar in. I already talked about this, but I'm all like, honestly, overall, it's a pretty good day. I feel like I could run a mile right now. Like I could sprint a mile. I know I can't, but I feel like I can, and that's good. I've never felt this good after a deadlift day. That's pretty rare. All I have on my mind right now is nationals. That's all I really think about every single day. I've talked about this before. I sound like a broken record, but if you're doing something, you might as well do it good, like people say. Anything worth doing is worth doing good. I think it's worth doing great. If you're gonna take it to, like, even if you don't take powerlifting serious and you don't want to do nationals or all that, I still think you should take it super serious. I wish I would have been like this before my first meet, but honestly, all I think about is nationals. I eat shit and sleep powerlifting because my diet's there. My sleep is getting amazing lately. I was talking about how I always take naps and do the dual sleeping cycle. Lately, I've been sleeping 9 hours and like no naps, which is great. I mean, I never wanted the other way. It was just always, I was always busy with work and school, so it's the only real option I had was studying and homework. You know, when you're in college and school full-time both, sometimes part-time work and full-time school, it's just hard, and you commute, drive far. But now I don't have to worry about that. Everything's at home. School, gym. So it's different now. And I was doing it before. I just couldn't sleep though. Now I can sleep. I sleep like by midnight, the latest now, thank God. That's 4 hours earlier than before. So the sleep's there, the diet's there, mindset, like I literally, all I think about is powerlifting. My girlfriend hates me so much. Like, she literally hates me. Like, I think she hates me. I really believe that she hates me. She said I love the weights more than her. She's been saying that for close to 4 years. We've been together almost 4 years. She said that's all I think about, that's all I talk about. So it just proves it. She said no one in the world is into it as much as me. I don't know about that. I think that's a little crazy. She doesn't know anyone else that power lifts or lifts weights. But, you know, that shows that it's there. I mean, that's all I think about. I'm going to get, you know, I'm have more money coming my way. And I'm not thinking of going crazy and buying more things. It isn't a like, you know, comp plates. It is a possibility, but I mean, this home gym was meant to be as old school as possible. And that's how it is. Like my pull-up bar, you've already seen it. It's literally just a skinny pipe. And I put the neutral grip thing on it for the rows. I don't have a lat pull down. I don't have a low seated cable row. I don't need it. Like, I literally don't need it. If I'm able to do pull-ups like I am, that is my lat pull down. Way better than a lat pull down. Eventually add weight to it. Shouldn't break the roof. If it does, that sucks. Either way, I have the landmine rows. I feel that way more than seated cable rows. Like, you should do it. Like, add it. Or T-bar rows, but I don't have that. I have landmine rows with the neutral grip thing, and that literally burns my back like when I'm done, and it feels great because my back cracks, so it feels amazing after. Like I feel all that lactic acid and like that tight part I have on the upper back. I have croc rows, dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells. I have the standard plates, like the little cheap ones, and the Olympic plates. I have so much that I can do. Croc rows I love. I have inverted rows. I have the pull-ups. I have the landmine rows. That's all I need, or like anyone needs. Like, I'm glad my uncle, he got me into working out when I was 14. He always said don't rely on machines, because when you don't have it, you're not gonna know what to do. Like, if you love a certain machine and then you go to like Mexico for vacation and they don't have that machine and you base your workouts around those machines, like, just anyone, not a power lifter, not about anyone, and you're not gonna know what to do. It's always better to stick to free weights, dumbbells and barbells, and that's what I have, free weights. So I've always been like this, even when I had access to it. When I would go to 24 right here by my house, 2 minutes away, and you know, FU, like I've always been pretty limited to what I do. So cable crossover, I haven't touched that in so long. I do miss it because they were about to Ian just ordered some at FU, so I was pretty excited about it, and the leg curl and the leg extension, but I threw those out years ago, like 4 years ago. Like, I just stopped using them because I know they're not that functional, they're not that useful compared to RDLs. RDL stiff legs are way better than leg curls, and leg extension are just really bad for your knees. Lunges are better. I could do lunges. Bulgarian split squats are better. There you go, just those two things. High bar, front squats. High bar and front squats. So I don't need more things, and it'd be a workout just to get those things, because, you know, I already talked about the mess. Without further ado, will I get comp plates? Maybe for Worlds. I'm not sure. I don't know. It'd still be old school even if I get comp plates, that's for sure. Nationals is getting closer every week. Every week goes by faster and closer. I go by weeks. So if you think about it, Nationals is 15 days away, if you look at it like that. I don't really go by the days, because every day is exciting for me when I lift weights. It's more about the weeks. Nationals is coming closer. Like, nobody's thinking about it like I am. Like, what I'm saying is, like, everyone's like, oh, we got time, we got time, we got time. Everyone thinks we have time. We really don't have as much time as we think. No one is obsessed with time as, like, me. Like, no one. Like, literally no one. Whenever we go anywhere, like, me and people I know, my friends, my family, I'm, like, the only one saying we should get there an hour before, like, to relax. Like, an hour and a half before to relax. Like, if we're going to Huntington Beach, we should get there before for parking and relax. And all these things to set up. School, I'd always get there early when I went to school in Fullerton, because Fullerton from Rialto is very far. 45 minutes with traffic, like an hour and 15. So I'd always get there early to beat the traffic, and there was car crashes, so that would be more traffic. So what I'm saying is, the whole 4 months, it's gonna go by fast. Like, when I first started powerlifting, that would 2 years already passed already, and that literally was a blink of an eye. A blink of an eye. Once you're past high school, time flies, and I'm way past high school. I'm old. So yeah, I program myself all day long, all day, every day. Think about your programming with your coach, or if you don't have one, with yourself. Even if it's a program you're to have, just think about it. Simplicity. Simplicity is key. Keep it simple, stupid. Maybe I'm going too much. I don't think I'm overcomplicating it. If I am, it's fine. A new block is coming. It'll be even more simple. But simplicity is key. Don't overshoot. That's like the worst you can do. Worst thing you can do. People overshoot all the time. That's why I'd rather have that 441 for 3 easy, like 4 months out, instead of like 470 for 3 and like, damn, my back was hurting and I'm tired and I can't even finish the workout. I know too many people like that. Powerlifting should be easy. Powerlifting is easy. You don't have to lift a certain way. You lift whatever you want, as long as you qualify. Like, it's not like strongman. I don't know how that works, but I'm pretty sure strongman has a set weight on certain things, like the Atlas stones and the yoke carries. Like, powerlifting, you could sandbag every meet and still add 50 pounds to your total every time, which is nothing. Like, it's that simple. Just be simple. Don't be tired, because we're gonna get tired no matter what. Stress is gonna get us tired. Lack of sleep happens to anyone. Like, life happens. You know, maybe our car breaks down. Maybe we gotta go to the DMV for something. Maybe the IRS. A lot of things will get us tired that aren't physical. So imagine physical and mental. It's a lot of stress that we gotta manage, and time. And not managing time leads to stress. So, speaking of time, I got a lot of it, but to me it's not a lot. It feels like literally around the corner. So, I mean, who cares what I think? If you're not in my situation, who cares? If you are, you should care. You should care at least a lot of it. Not a little bit, a lot of it. That's all I gotta say. I'm talking too much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Nationals updates.